to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away to start us off. And he'll bring it back. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
Yeah, they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. What a snag by the defense. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Going up top on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is a guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I
gets away from one, finds room. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. Firing to the right, complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. SEC versus the Big Ten. They competed everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride resonated.
The Rebels are threatening on 1st and goal. Snap it to the back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Climbing up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that back from inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll ride Davis here. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
It's reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going ahead in there.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
The one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He's going to run it. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Holds and fires complete to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they got enough for the first down.
My goodness, this offense has got the hole. They must have been 50 from this defense. One of the answers right now. They'll figure something out.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Blade. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Just plowing ahead. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. An 84-yard drive there. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. And I think hit the afterburners, kid. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's looking to throw it. Unloads it downfield. And he's got it inside the 10.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10s. Using the quick game. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Now on 2nd and goal. The aerial assault continues. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapting. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready. They forced the 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal, and they'll go for the touchdown and keep the kicker on ice. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down goal.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The give to the back. He's loose at the 15. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a 1st down.
You don't always have to run sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
Let's go! He wants to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there. Getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
On the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And they may have got the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, Rush set it down.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He's got him this time. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. If they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. They get to him as he throws. Pass on the way in. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Got his man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. Here comes the hurry-up. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. They'll immediately call timeout.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Now on 1st down after that completion. He's going to pass. Looking to scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. There's a timeout call. This offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And they got him for the sack. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that one.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Goes to the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the change for this offense. On the option. Now the pitch. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here we go. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Got his man quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets it up on the catch for the 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to throw. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Just 9 seconds to go in the half. Let's see if they try to get another one. Hand off from the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there today in Oxford. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right.
And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And on the opening drive in the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Line getting set on second down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. And the Rebels are in the red zone. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. Play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success.
The Rebels headed quickly to the line. On the ground. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Fires downfield. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
The offense starts with a short field. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go right back to the run. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And the Rebels get enough to move the chain.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Touchdown, Rebels! And the stomping has commenced. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
2nd and short now after that completion. Trying play action. Gets it out quickly. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Man, as a quarterback, too, after throwing picks, you just got to find completions to get the good mojo going, right? The very next drive. So he's getting to that right away. He's like, look, if it's not open downfield, where's my running back? I'm in the pocket. I can see him easy. Spit it out to him. Let's get some of those good vibes going.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The quarterback trying to take a shot on that deep throw. It didn't look to me like his receiver was really open anyways, but it wouldn't have mattered because the QB was not accurate. He overthrew that by a mile.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Brian. They've done what they want in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when they get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They'll run the option. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
A 3rd and long coming up here. They'll go to the air. They've got the screen set up. At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now there's
rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Jennings. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He's got him, and they convert. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. That's caught. It's Payne. Off he goes. Touchdown, Iowa! A great catch and run for 6. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Makes the grab. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
This offense has just been dialed up, explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jumpers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the air, it's Jennings. And wings it incomplete. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw there.
Finds his tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Hawkeyes are marching down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Makes the grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He'll set up to throw. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? 3:25. To the air, it's Jennings. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down, down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
Racing to the right. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. And the beatdown has ensued. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the returner goes down. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. He's looking to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that pass picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
He makes the grab, and he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Rebels want to move quickly. Quarterback checking off. The play-action fake. They're bringing heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what time.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. Getting some heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. 2nd down coming up. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. It can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. You're getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today.
What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. They've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. On the run, fires downfield. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. With the clock running, this should be the final play.
3:25.
They'll throw it on first down. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. This is what an elite team does.